Coming up on this edition of KnightCast, the Knights celebrate homecoming 2023 with a knockout win over the North Vermilion Patriots. Tonight, we get to meet our homecoming king and queen. Plus, Melvin Hill sets a new LCA career sack record last Friday night. Plus, the game of all games tomorrow night on the campus of LCA. Cougars versus the Knights. Finally, we'll go inside LCA Lady Night Volleyball as playoffs began this week. All this and more coming up on KnightCast. Can it get any bigger than this? Stay tuned. Welcome in, everybody, to KnightCast. Jay Miller here alongside of my co-host Amy Kane once again. And do we have an exciting show for you tonight?
Okay, wait. Where are you going all dressed up?
It's STM LCA.
Oh, gosh.
We're bringing it.
Didn't send the memo. Okay, go ahead.
Most all survived homecoming 2023. I was not one of them. The investigation, Amy, is still underway, but we do have a list of suspects. We'll go to the highlight reel. Here's the crime scene from last Thursday night. Did they get me good or what? Now, here's the great news. Every time the wind blows, more falls out of the trees. As Cooper Martin, Melvin Hills, and Miles Hills has said, it's the gift that just keeps on giving.
All right, another district win happened last Friday night. We've got an all-time LCA career sacks leader. That was crowned this past week. And we're going to go inside Lady Knights volleyball as the playoffs begin at the Plex. And finally, the game that many people probably have had circled since, I don't know, June. It's the STM, where I graduated from, versus LCA brawl that is coming up at the LCA Stadium this Friday night. Man, this is going to be a great game.
It's going to be exciting. Thank you all for tuning in to KnightCast, the latest segment of Knight Athletics. Be sure to hit retweet or hit share or hit like, throw up some thumbs, and do this right now in the comments line. Tell us where you're watching from and who your favorite player on the LCA Knight team is, or players, plural. Let us know. Tonight, we got some gift cards that we're going to give away. We're going to talk about last week's dominating performance for homecoming. And we'll look forward to tomorrow night's big matchup, the LCA Knights STM Cougars playing for the district championship. It will be the biggest game in the history of LCA Knight football, Amy. Does it get any bigger than this? But first, special thanks to tonight's sponsor, the Mirror Group CPA, for all of your accounting and corporate needs at the Mirror Group.
All right, I want to get to some highlights from last Friday in that district matchup between the Knights and North Vermilion. Now, the burn ban, it was lifted, so the fireworks and the pregame show full force, and so were the Knights. The Knights coming in at 7-1, 3-0 in district play. Now, everyone is anticipating tomorrow night's game against the Cougars, but we had to deal with the Patriots
Take care
first.
of the Patriots.
All right, that's exactly what the Knights did. Let's get to those highlights. The Knights win the toss. They get the first ball, and it didn't take very long. 11 seconds exactly is how long it took. The first play, Jawan nods to TJ. It's on. 72 yards. TJ saying, look at my watch. It took 11 seconds. Maybe it's the Shador. Cooper Martin, he missed the last home game with an elbow injury, but he was back last Friday making big plays all night long. Here he is with the sack. That for a huge loss. Next up, it is Jalen Noel's turn. Jalen is going to take it 26 yards, and Jalen, he's just getting started on this. On the next play, Jawan, he finds TJ Marzell, and TJ takes it down to the Patriots' 10-yard line. That makes it 1st and goal. 2 plays later, Jawan says, everyone take a break. I'm going to get this one by myself. 7 yards out, it is 14-0 very early in the first quarter. Now, on the Patriots' next possession, Cooper Martin says, I like playing in the Patriot backfield, and I want more. Another big play. Cooper Martin, the huge tackle. Now the ball goes back to the Knights. Jalen says, time to go to work. He gets the ball. He's going to take it right up the middle for 16 yards. On the next play, Calvin Parker says, hey, fellas, I want some of the action. He goes in from 7 yards out. What a cutback into the end zone. It's 21-0, and we're still in the first quarter. On the next Patriot possession, the Knights force a fumble. Bryce George, he recovers it for the Knights. The Knights are now on their own 48-yard line, 52 yards away from the end zone. Now, who do you call when you got to go 52 yards to the house? Jalen Noel, that's who. Jalen following his blockers as they escort him 52 yards. Big night for Jalen. His 4th game in a row with over 100 yards rushing. He finished the night with 7 carries, 130 yards, 1 touchdown. It's 28-0, and we're still in the first quarter.
So, Amy, in the last 3 games, LCA defense has held all opponents to a combined 184 yards in district play. Did you catch that?
184.
184 yards total. How is that even possible? Well, I'll tell you how it's possible. This defense has bought into Mitch Kraft's philosophy, and they are swarming to the ball every play. We'll show you this right here. Count how many are in the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Amy, there's only 11 on the field. Our sideline reporter, Reagan Miller, was having a blast last Friday night. It's 28-0. First quarter, Night Train was rolling in every aspect of the game. And Reagan asked Coach, how long are we going to put the foot to the pedal? Here's what he
I was talking to some of the coaches on the sideline between possessions, asking them what is it like taking such a quick early lead, and they said we want to get our starters out as quick as we can tonight, so they're going to keep the foot on the gas early.
Next possession of the Patriots, John Morladay, Melvin heels, quarterback is sacked. Knights would force a punt. Jawan goes right back to work. Here he finds a wide open Brennan Walker from 22 yards out. It's now 35-0 LCA early in the second quarter. Melvin heels. Amy, he is a man on a mission. Here's another tackle for loss. Melvin was in the backfield of the Patriots all night long. On the next play, it's Melvin heels again, this time for a sack, and that sets a new career record for an LCA Knight. All-time sack leader, Melvin heels. Now, Amy, get your joystick ready. You're going to need it for this play. Jawan, set back to pass. He goes up. He goes back. He goes up. He goes sideways. Hit the jump button. On one leg, finds Trey Grogan in the end zone. Are you kidding me? And Amy, we finally get to halftime. It's 42-0, and the LCA former greats are in the house. Sage Ryan of LSU, Anthony Richard of Northwestern State, Prince Malbrew, LSU, Cohen Hilaire, LSU, everybody getting in on the homecoming festivities. Second half, Knights on their first possession, goes to Noel. He takes it 22 yards. Keep the joystick in hand, Amy. Watch this. Jawan, back. He's back. He's left. He's right. He circles. It's a back throw. Jalen Noel takes it to the house. 38 yards, downfield blocking at its finest. 49-0. Starters are out the game. Now, late in the fourth quarter, second team defense says, wait, we want some of this action. Watch number 66, Spencer Turner, in the backfield. Strips the ball right into the air, right into the hands of Jamison Marzell. You've heard of TJ? Well, meet younger brother, Jamison. Watch it again. In the air, strip, sack, fumble, interception, call it what you want. And that would be your final. LCA rolls to a 56-7 victory over the Patriots of North Vermilion. And Amy, the fireworks celebration was in full effect after the game. What a night, homecoming 2023. Now, with that win, the Knights go to 8-1 on the season, 4-0 in district play. The Knights will hold their number 2 ranking in Go Preps, and they hold their number 3 ranking as the top 3 team in all of the state, all classes.
That is a big win for LCA, no doubt. Now, the Knights, they do stay perfect in district play. They're 4-0. Sam Taylor extends his streak for the LCA all-time tackles record. Melvin Hills becomes the all-time sack leader. Knights defense gives up just 49 yards of offense. That's just crazy. 49. Unbelievable. Homecoming 23, definitely one for the books. Reagan caught up with head coach Hunter Landry, got his thoughts on the game.
Here with head coach Hunter Landry. Congrats on the win, coach. Today, actually, I'm not sure if you're aware, made the 100th win in LHSA history for the LCA.
Yeah, what an awesome accomplishment. Hats off goes to these seniors. They've been through a lot of those wins, so that's just another notch in their record book right now, and hopefully we can have keep adding to it.
Sure, and the second fastest to ever do it. Notre Dame was the second fastest school to ever do it. We made it throrough homecoming week, coach. Take a breath.
Yeah, a lot of distraction, but the kids did a good job of just understanding what's at stake and getting started fast and not looking back.
Sure. Next week we're going into the district championship in district undefeated. Big game next week. What's the message to the team going into such a big week?
Yeah, that's what I just told them, man. It's another game. Don't make it any bigger than what it is. It's a week 10 regular season game. It is for a district championship, but win or lose, that doesn't dictate how the playoffs are going to stand out. You end up losing week 10 last year, and we're still able to play for a state championship at the end of the year. So, hopefully we have a good week of preparation and come out, ready to play.
I got to ask you, coach, you're normally wearing the coach's shoes tonight. We see the Jordans. Show the Jordans, Riley.
Yeah.
What's the Jordan?
Yeah, man. I don't know. Just I've always been a Jordan guy. I haven't had the courage to break them out. Just some came over me tonight, and I just said, yeah, I guess I just wanted to participate.
Awesome. We appreciate it, Coach. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
For the past 4 years, Melvin Hills has been a problem for every opponent that the Knights have faced. Last week, Melvin broke the LCA all-time sack record with 20 sacks, and he's just 3 sacks short of the best single-season sack record held by Prince Malbrew, who currently plays at LSU. Malbrew had 14 sacks in 2018. Melvin currently sits at 11. Melvin needs 3 sacks to tie, 4 sacks to break the single-season sack record. Reagan Miller caught up with the big Texas Longhorn commit Friday night after the game. Here's what Melvin had to say.
Here with senior D lineman Melvin Hills. Melvin, congrats on another win. Great season so far. But you have now broken the LCA record for sacks. You actually might have broken it last week, but tonight even piled up on that. So you're now the current career sack leader for the LCA Knights. How does it feel, man?
I mean, it feels great. It feels wonderful to do. But the only reason I got it is because Sandy and John coming off on the other side, and they got the quarterback running my direction, and they got JJ coming. So they just bringing the sack towards me.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into week 10, we got our biggest game of the year, but we get to do it at home. What's it like playing at home versus playing away, or is there not much of a difference?
Playing STM is most likely not a difference. But, you got home time. It's home advantage. So you got more fans here. You got your family here. Everybody going to be able to show up because it's at your home game. Sure. And you just supposed to have fun. After you get off the field, you can just go in your locker room.
Yep. Awesome. Enjoy the win.
Amy, I love the way he gives his teammates credit for his performance, his sacks. We asked him about the sack, and he said, well, it's because the other guys flushed the quarterback out to me, and I just fell on him.
And fell on him.
Great kid on and off the field.
Well, great kid, great homecoming week, and when there's homecoming, there's a queen, and there has to be a king, and the king this year, King John Moore-Lede. How about that?
John,
Nose guard, yes. He had a great night, and Reagan, he caught up with King John after the game.
Congratulations to these guys. We got the Duke here, Mr. Cooper Martin.
Yeah, what up?
The Prince.
Yup.
Ty Lee. And then the king of homecoming court, John Lede.
God bless.
How's it feel, man? King of homecoming this year.
I couldn't do it without these two. None of my teammates, actually. Everybody that goes to school. I love them all deeply, and I couldn't do it without guys, especially. and just give him glory.
What does it mean to y'all, man? Y'all got to, the whole school votes on so many different things that go into it, man. Y'all top 3. How's it feel?
I'm not gonna lie, we was talking about it before, like the day before. We was like, we know we gonna be top 3, and we already knew the order and everything.
Hey.
It's just, and we all junior high, so
Hey, shout out to TFC Junior High.
all glory to God.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Yes,
Going into week 10, how are we feeling?
Ready?
Excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
We prepare. It's a good team, so we'll fight.
Another day in the office. Enjoy the win, man. Congrats, King. Congrats, Duke. Congrats, Prince.
3 great guys, great teammates, great leaders, both on and off the field. And all 3 serve in the TFC Junior High with Pastor Reagan each week. They get back to the younger generation.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, you gotta love that they
love
really are, and they're doing that at such a young age. Jawan, he had another good night. He finishes 11 of 13 passing, 215 yards, 6 touchdowns. So, let's take a look at the Jawan watch now. As we say every week, Brock Berlin, Evangel Christian, he holds the record, 13,659 total yards. Jawan started the week 1,470 in terms of yards away from being the all-time offensive yards leader for the state of Louisiana. Last Friday night, Jawan finished with 222 yards, 6 touchdowns. The new grand total, 12,411. The record, now 1,248 yards away from being broken. 5 potential games remaining, including the playoffs. He only needs to average 249 yards per game. Is this fun to watch? The team is fun to watch, and then you add this on top of it.
But real quick, and I say it every week, on another note, Jawan has not seen the field in the second half, but on 1 possession in 4 district games. Of the 4 district games, Amy, 3 of them were running clock. 2 of them was running clock from the second quarter. It's really hard to get your yards when your defense holds your district opponents to 184 total yards collectively.
I know, you're on the sideline.
And you're on the sideline, and then there's pick sixes by Sam Taylor and batted punts by Macy Lewis. It's just Sandy Lewis. It's just absolutely amazing. So how fun is this to watch? And we're watching Jawan. We're counting it down every single week. We'll be watching tomorrow night. You get a chance to see him live on what sadly is Jawan's last regular season high school football game.
I know, but look, it's the last regular season, but there's more Jawan. There's more watching all of the nights. It's going to be a blast. Now, before we start talking about tomorrow night's game, Jay, I got to hold up one more time. We met King John.
Yes.
But with every king, there has to be his queen. And Reagan caught up with the 2023 homecoming queen, Indy Abear. After the game, she was celebrating on the field with the team.
Yes, she was.
I'm here with one of our senior basketball players. Congratulations, won queen tonight, Indy.
Thank
How's it
you.
feel?
Amazing.
Excited for, a lot goes into it. A lot of the school, they vote on the whole school, whole high
Yeah.
school, a lot of criteria for it. So how does it feel to be queen this year?
I have no words, really and truly. Blessed, that's for sure. I had no idea I was gonna win. Literally, my jaw dropped to the floor of excitement, surprise, it was amazing. I loved it.
Well, I got to ask you because I got you in here. This season, going into the season, how are we feeling for the season? Are we excited?
We are ready. We pumped up and we trying to go 4 for 4.
Let's go.
And that's that.
First time in girls basketball to go 4 for
First
4.
time ever.
When's the first game? Do you know it?
We have our, it's a scrimmage Monday.
Okay.
And we play, I don't remember.
Somebody. It's coming up
We
soon.
play somebody,
It's coming
but
up soon.
November 14th.
November 14th.
November 14th.
We lit.
LCA, Midland, be there.
We lit. Congrats, queen.
Thank you.
All right, Jay, we're finally here. The week that people have been anticipating since December 7th of last year. Now, we're just 2 alum of Acadiana area schools. One of us a grad of LCA, another a grad of STM. Now, let me give you the body of work of
All right.
the STM.
Give it to me.
Cougars.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, STM is coming to Knight Field for the first time in school history. They had the second longest winning record in the state right now with 19 going back to the 2021 season, and they're 9-0 on the current season, 4-0 in district play. They're currently sitting in first place in Division II, number 2 in the entire state, according to Max Preps. They're the reigning Division II state champions with that comeback win last year in the Superdome. It ended 52-48 with that victory over the Knights. I mean, this is one I think both teams have. You got to go 1 week at a time, but you couldn't help but know this date's coming.
Well, obviously, Amy, with all those stats, very impressive resume for the St. Thomas More Cougars. A lot of respect for what those guys do across town. Matter of fact, they win more state championships in 1 year, STM does, than most schools do in a 10-year period. Absolutely unbelievable. Now, let's talk about the LCA Knights. They also have put together a pretty impressive body of work,
Absolutely.
not only this year, but in the last several years. We'll talk about them. They are the 4-time state championship Knights. They won 4 in a row. They came up short in the last 2 state championship games as runners-up. But listen, 6 consecutive state championship appearances in 3 different divisions since 2017.
Crazy.
Coming into this week, tomorrow night, in Week 10, the Knights are 8-1 on the season and 4-0 in district play. The only loss, Amy, is to the Ruston Bearcats,
Who's the number 1
who
team
is the
in all
number
state
1
classes.
team in the all-state, all classes, had 5 critical interceptions the Knights gave up and lost by 3 to the number 1 team. So, I mean, LCA, Hunter Landry and company, Melvin Hills, Jawan, they're bringing it.
They're
now,
coming.
Let's talk about just district play this year for a moment.
All right.
Let me refresh your memory. LCA goes on the road, beats Turlings by a score of 61-3.
Okay.
A week later, Turlings goes on the road to STM and almost upsets them. In fact, is up for about 47 minutes of the game. The last minute, STM comes back, beats them by a score of 35-34. LCA goes into Westgate, beats Westgate by a score of 42-11, running clock, right? STM last week beats Westgate 31-21, right? So, what does all of this mean? Common opponents, we blow them out. STM not struggles, but hangs in there, wins, gets a victory. What does all of this mean for tomorrow night? I'll tell you what it means. Absolutely nothing, Amy.
Nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. All right? I do know this. You don't want to miss tomorrow night at Knight Field.
If you can get in.
It's going to be a record-breaking crowd. Last year, that record crowd was set at about 3,800 in district play when we host the Turlings Rebels for the first time. And so we anticipate this game just moving way past that. Get here early. Get your tickets online tonight. Do not wait in line. Remind you that the game will be broadcasted live on statewide Cox Sports Network. Now, for all of you that watch Night Vision all year long, you're thinking, wait, I don't have Cox. Well, everywhere you watched Night Vision, you can log in, click the link. You'll be able to watch the game free just like you do every week. We were able to do that. KnightVisionTV, special arrangement with Cox Sports. And so all of our normal viewers will get a link absolutely free. It'll be Game of the Week on every television station. It's Game of the Week for all the radio stations. The entire STM tailgating crew is going to be on campus from 2 o'clock on till game time. It's going to be standing room. I can go on and on. It's going to be standing room only. Champions Row is going to be rocking. LCA cheerleaders performing at halftime. The national ranked dance team of STM, they'll perform. And breaking news, Cupid is going to be in the house for halftime.
Is he going to do it live?
Going live with some
no
new tunes that just dropped. I mean, it's going to be the craziest thing you've ever seen. Game of the week, it should be game of the year.
Are you excited?
No.
I know.
I don't even know if I'm going.
I mean, like, are you going to sleep tonight? I'm
Haven't
worried about
slept
you.
since Monday. Are you
mean,
kidding?
I am worried about you. Worried about you, pal. All right, now that's tomorrow night. So, take a one of those little things that you're supposed to take when you go to sleep and
Melatonin?
Yes, take a melatonin, my friend. All right, now that's tomorrow night. I want to talk right now about second round action in the girls volleyball.
Happening right now.
Yes, in the state playoffs. That's going on right now. The Lady Knights, a big win at home this past Tuesday night over number 26 Eunice High. The Lady Knights, the number 7 seed, they're going to host number 10 University Lab out of Baton Rouge tonight at the Plex. Now this past Tuesday, KnightCast there to capture all the action.
Like teams like this, we can kind of iron it out in time. Come Friday afternoon, we don't have the time, right? So we need to find that switch that we've been talking about all season. That's been the mantra, our season as a whole. It's been really high and really low. We can't give up those points in bulk. I don't know how else to say that to you guys. We just cannot do it. We play very aggressively, and we're gonna give up error points. That doesn't concern me. We can't give up bulk points in 6 and 8, right? I mean, it can't happen. Congratulations. It's a playoff win. Proud of you guys. But going from this game to the next game on Friday, different animal.
If we're making those easy errors, easy mistakes, like we can lose a game because we were up. I mean, we were down 1-7 in the first set, and we came all the way back and blew them out at the end. So it's just all depending on how well the team plays and how much we really want it. Because Coach called a timeout and said, if y'all want to win state, you gotta lock in and y'all gotta stop making those dumb errors. So it's all about how much we want to win state at the end of the day.
I think to win state, we just need a lot of more locked in and more concentration. And I feel like if everyone has their mindset on a similar goal, we can get there.
Look, Coach Barrett, he's done a great job. 2-time state runners-up. They're looking to make history with the volleyball state championship this year. And stay tuned, a win tonight. The Lady Knights, they head to the Cajun Dome for the quarterfinals next week.
Well, let's give away some money every week. Reagan is looking into the stands to find the best dressed, most energetic, most exciting Knight fan in the building. Last Friday versus North Vermilion, it was Spirit Night. This week's winner goes again to Junior Nate Laverne, back-to-back week champions, all decked out in homecoming in a homemade Knight outfit. Nate, pick up another Academy gift card this week at the elementary office. Big Nate in the house.
All right, that brings us to the end of another edition of KnightCast. We want to thank our production crew, our camera operators, stagehands, director, editors, and thanks to tonight's sponsor, the Mir Group CPAs, for all of your accounting, all of your corporate needs at the Mir Group. Thanks for your support of Knight Athletics.
We will see you all right here next Thursday night on KnightCast. Now, it's going to be playoff time. And we're going to go over all of the brackets, and we're going to just break it down for everyone. The Knights, win or lose tomorrow night, Amy, should guarantee a top 4 seed, which would give them a first-round playoff bye. And so the Knights will not have a game next Friday, but we'll have KnightCast next Thursday. We'll break it all down. We'll cover every angle, have some special guests lined up to join us as well. And so we just want to say thank you for watching. All right, good night, Knight Nation. If you can sleep tonight, good luck. Do your best, but we'll see you all at Knight Field tomorrow. LCA versus STM. Woo! Go Knights!